Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We warmly welcome all the viewers of our live program from the B Researcher BD Facebook page to the fifth episode of the Higher Study Guideline series. Throughout the entire Higher Study in Malaysia episode, I am MD 𝗙𝗫𝗆 from Bangladesh University of Business and Technology will be your host. First of all, I would like to introduce our platform to the audiences of the live participants. 𝗙𝗵𝗆 is an online-based non-profit open platform directed by some world-class scholars tirelessly working to promote research and guide young researchers all over the world. We are happy to inform you that we are now a family of more than 75,000 plus members, including our Facebook page, group, LinkedIn, and YouTube channel within 4 years only. Its mission is to leverage research in higher educational institute for sustainable development all over the world. This noble effort was initiated in 2020 by Mr. MD 𝗙𝗶𝗆 sir, who is working as a faculty member at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology, Kuwait, Bangladesh. This platform assists researchers with different activities such as conducting online offline free training courses, arranging seminars, workshops, or webinars, sharing research related courses, resources such as books, papers, websites, also research collaboration, supervision, arranging internship opportunity, etc. We have conducted numerous course training, webinars, seminars, workshops, etc. on research, paper writing, publication, and higher study related issues. There are more than 500 lecture tutorial available on our BRWF YouTube channel, also on our BRBD YouTube channel, that is our Bangladesh chapter of BRWF. We would like to also introduce or recognize our other programs also, that is how to become a researcher, high impact article writing guidelines, Python for research, multidisciplinary, MATLAB for research, research methodology for social sciences, statistical data analysis with SPSS, research idea series, entrepreneur, a researcher to entrepreneurs journey series, meeting with top researchers. BRWF proudly hosted those programs. Now, today, our higher study in Malaysia is a most awaited episode of the Higher Study Guidelines series, and our speaker, Mr. MD 𝗙𝗵𝗆, has dynamic expertise on this topic. And before, I'd like to introduce our honorable speaker to the audiences before starting his lecture. Mr. MD 𝗙𝗵𝗆 is an assistant professor of the Institute of River, Harbour and Environmental Science, Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology, Kuwait, Bangladesh. Currently, he is pursuing his PhD in Renewable Energy and Environmental Engineering at University of Malaysia Pahang Al Sultan Abdullah, 𝗬𝗎𝘆, Malaysia. Mr. Arif completed his BSc and MSc in Engineering from Department of Civil Engineering, Kuwait, major in Environmental Engineering with outstanding results. His research interest in renewable energy, photocatalyst, pollutants, degradation, heavy metal detection and removal, environmental monitoring. Mr. Arif has an impressive academic background. He has contributed to 36 articles that have been published in well-known journals and international conferences. In addition, he serves as a reviewer for several international journals. Topics that will be covered in this program, that is why choose to study abroad, also higher study opportunities in Malaysia, and the application process and requirements of Malaysia, professor manage and university selection process, the scholarships and funding opportunities in Malaysia, cultural and social aspects, post-study opportunities, networking, and resources. And not last but not least, the question answer session. Uh, I would like to say that to our audiences, you can ask questions in our comment section. And now I would like to request Mr. MD Arif Hossein sir to start the program.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Thank you, Muhammad Ashikur Rahman, for your nice introduction. So, just also before just starting the today's webinar about the higher studies in Malaysia, I would like to thank and I would like to actually appreciate the effort of BRWF, B Researcher World Forum, for organizing such actually demanding topics, demanding webinar. Okay, before starting, just I would like to actually welcome the participant to today's webinar, just regarding the higher studies in Malaysia. uh, okay, actually this kind of actually webinar is very important for actually the students, those who are actually interested to study abroad, especially Malaysia or other country. If I just inform about me, before just going to Malaysia, also I am actually searching in the YouTube and other platform regarding this kind of webinar. So what are actually the opportunities, what is the actually pros and cons actually in study in Malaysia. But for unfortunately at the time I myself also didn't actually get that kind of just I didn't get this kind of webinar in online platform. But now actually the BRWF, they are organizing that kind of webinar, which actually I believe immensely actually will be helpful for the students, those who actually interested to study in abroad. So just before studying, I would like to introduce myself also. Yes, I am Mohammed Arif Hossein. Now, right now, I am doing my PhD in University of Malaysia, Pahang Sultan Abdullah, Malaysia. So I am also just the also assistant professor in Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology. So okay, let's start our today's webinar without delaying. Okay, before just going to in depth our webinar, just which these are actually our webinar synopsis. Why higher education? And then why study abroad, who and why actually should choose Malaysia, and what are the actually different universities in Malaysia, and what are the scholarship and funding in Malaysia, also application admission process, and what are the actually challenges and limitations. So if I just if I focus on the why higher education, actually the answer depends on the different people perspective. Actually the why study higher education, most of the student or most of the people actually they believe the higher education, that means PhD or masters, is only for the people those who are involved in academia, that means those who are teacher in university, those who are researcher in different organization, different institute. Only those actually need to study higher study, higher education. But this is not truly right, because in recently you can see actually in most of the job, the higher education, the masters is actually prerequisite, and also sometimes PhD is necessary for different other kind of job. For example, any kind of consultancy, any kind of organization, any kind of industry, they also actually they give the priority preference those who have the actually higher degree. So that's why actually this is not like this. Actually only the those who actually involved in academia, they need the higher education. Okay, then why study abroad? So actually why study abroad means actually I am also from Bangladesh. Now I will try to relate the scenario regarding the Bangladesh and actually and study abroad. Just why those who actually just recent now connected in the just online session, those who are actually in live. So most of the people I believe from Bangladesh, obviously I'm from other country. Actually we know as a resident of those country, we know what are the actually our limitation, our country limitation. Especially those who actually from developing country, we know actually we have the limited resources. We don't have actually that kind of lab facility to do the actually higher research. We don't have the obviously we actually there are some constraint regarding the actually fund. We don't have that kind of fund. Also there is the lots of things actually who actually encourage us to go abroad. Also, most of the people we believe, those who are actually from developing country, they we usually want, actually they want to actually pursue their higher study abroad, because to we know in developed country, obviously they actually develop in technology, they have instead of laboratory, they have also lots of they have actually, there is lots of thing behind this, why actually we need to we choose the study abroad. So if I just want to say, the the first and foremost thing, actually the academic excellency. If we just go abroad for higher study, actually we can feel the academic excellency, and obviously diverse field of research in abroad. So for example, if someone wants to go Europe, they obviously they are actually advanced in some field, which actually not other developing country are not that kind of level. And also we know, actually as a people of developing countries, especially in Bangladesh, so we always actually we want to actually secure some scholarship. Without a scholarship, actually the tuition fee, other allowances, is difficult for us to bear that kind of allowances and that kind of fees. So that's why this is also we know, in the if we want to actually go abroad, actually we can secure some scholarship and financial opportunities. And another thing we know, actually the career development. If someone actually conduct his or her higher education from developed countries, for example Europe, America, USA, or other Canada, actually we know actually what are the demand of them. Most of the institute, most of the organization, they want to recruit their employee, those who have actually the higher education from developed country. So that's why actually this is important to actually for career. It's important to just to pursue higher education from developed country. And another important thing, actually the global perspective or collaboration. If I just give my example before just coming to Malaysia, actually I don't actually have that kind of actually just knowledge regarding actually how actually just people can actually involve with global perspective, global collaboration. If you go abroad for a study, then your mind will change. You will feel, actually there is lots of thing I can do. Self confidence will develop, and you will just communicate with lots of peers regarding the research topics and other topics. Then collaboration will develop. We know, actually we believe before collaboration is difficult with at a single or alone. We can do, actually we cannot do lots of things. So if we want to establish ourselves, if we want that, we need to actually increase our communication, increase our connection with increase our networking with others. So this is also another opportunity to global in terms of global perspective or collaboration. And another thing, actually cultural diversity. If you go abroad, then you will feel there are lots of things you have to know. There are lots of things, actually you have to adjust. There is actually in cultural diversity, there if you go, so for example, if you choose some Arabian country, then you will feel their culture, and you will habituate to read this. And if you go to actually in European country, you will feel there are actually cultural diversity. And obviously, if you come to Malaysia, then there are lots of things you can learn. Except the academic just excellency, you can feel actually lots of cultural diversity. From that, actually you will benefit from different perspective. Then another important thing, who and why should choose Malaysia. So even though I am just delivering the webinar regarding the higher studies in Malaysia, I will try to cover advantages and disadvantages. I will not actually say, okay, Malaysia is the very good country, or this is the best suitable for everyone. This is not like this. So I will try to cover all the things, the advantage and what are the disadvantages. Who should actually choose Malaysia? Why should why should choose Malaysia? Why should not choose Malaysia? I will try to cover. Then important thing, actually who and why should choose Malaysia. Okay, then just this is the question. Just who should choose Malaysia? I suggest those who are interested to build a strong research background, they can choose Malaysia. For why? Is there any logic why I am saying, okay, you can build a strong research background? Because you can see, if I give the anyone, just if I give the example, then you will understand. We, most of us actually know, especially those who are from Bangladesh, we may heard about the Dr. Dr. Saidur Rahman. Every one of us actually know about him. He just finished his he completed his masters and PhD from University Malaya. This is from Malaysia. He just initially he graduated from BUET, Bangladesh Engineering University of Technology, and then after this he completed his masters and PhD from Malaysia University Malaysia, University Malaya. So we know actually his research background. Why actually his research background developed in Malaysia, because Malaysia actually renowned regarding the actually research in the research field. Most of the scholar you will find those who actually completed their masters or PhD from Malaysia, actually they are in actually topmost position. If I want to give the example of just Saidur Rahman sir, he is in Malaysia. He is the topmost scientist. He is the number one scientist. He is the number one researcher in Malaysia. Not only among the other country, there are lots of people from other country actually they are actually involved in academic in different university of Malaysia. But we can actually proud. We are now proud about actually him. He is the number one researcher, number one scientist in Malaysia, and also he is the actually topmost from scientist among in 1%. He is actually in the topmost scientist in the world also. Is among just 1%, I think. He's included in the 1% scientist in the world. So actually not only him, actually lots of researchers, those who actually, if I want to say I can highlight actually now just presently the vice chancellor of Chittagong University of Engineering Technology, he also completed his masters and PhD from Malaysia. So he has also a very good research profile. So there is lots of example those who actually just come in Malaysia, their research background is developed because there is an environment for research. Those who just come actually from the very first day, they actually involved in there is actually the important thing actually in Malaysia, there is the research, there is a very good research environment. So that means those who are interested to build a strong research background, they can choose Malaysia definitely. And other thing, those who want to pursue their PhD in Europe or USA, there is actually just there is a established rule kind of thing. Those who want to actually go abroad, USA or in Europe, Australia, especially Australia, maximum student they actually completed their masters from Malaysia. This is kind of a the just transition point. That means maximum students that pursue the masters from Malaysia then go to Australia. There is a very good opportunity, and especially that's why I also recommend those who want to go Europe or USA or Australia, they can choose for their masters, only masters study from Malaysia. And another important things, those who are not interested to sit for any English proficiency test, because in Malaysia most of the university they don't have the requirement, compulsory requirement for IELTS, TOEFL or other any English proficiency test. Only the medium of, if your medium of instruction is English, then you can apply directly using the medium of instruction certificate. So that means most of the student they don't prefer to go for IELTS, or they just fear about this, then they can easily choose the Malaysia. And another thing, those who wants to complete higher study as early as possible, they can also choose, because there is in Malaysia, those who come, there is actually a specific schedule. That means you have to finish these things, 3 semester, 4 semester, then 5 semester. Also there is a pressure from supervisor, okay, you have to finish as early as possible. Then there is a train in Malaysia also, just to complete the higher study within time. And another actually even though this is good or bad, I am not sure, those who actually wants to go back his or her own country after graduation, they can choose, because fortunately or unfortunately, there is no that kind of opportunity after graduation. There is very less opportunity after graduation in Malaysia. So later I will just discuss regarding some limitation in higher study in Malaysia. So those who don't interested to settle abroad, they can choose Malaysia. That means they will finish their study, then they will go back to their own country. Okay, another thing, why should choose Malaysia? Why you should choose Malaysia? The first thing actually, the important thing is state of the art research facility. Still, even though I'm not sure regarding the others country, so far I can see actually their laboratory is established compared to especially compared to Bangladesh and developing country. Very good research facility here. And another important things, there is a very good track record for publication. You can see, as I just mentioned earlier, you can see those who graduated from Malaysia, that means they completed masters or PhD, their track record for publication is very good, even compared to USA or Europe and other country. Okay, another important thing is the comfortable weather for living. If I just compare with the Bangladesh, the temperature is in Malaysia, temperature and the security and their just system, their actually rules, regulation, everything is actually comfortable, especially comfortable weather for living. If you just choose want to go Canada, most of the time there is a snowfall, there is ice, very difficult. If you go Middle East, the very temperature is very high. But in Malaysia, you'll every day you'll find the rain. Every day there is a rain, and also the temperature is not high. Average temperature I think 32, 34 like this. And there is another thing, there is no winter, there is no ice something. So very comfortable weather for living. And another important thing is food and accommodation within reasonable price. You will actually surprise the price of food is almost similar, accommodation almost similar to Bangladesh. Most of the time actually less for accommodation and other facilities. So you can just live within actually a reasonable price, you can get all the thing. And very good, another thing, very good environment for practicing religion. Obviously those who want to practice religion, any kind of religion, it can be Islam, it can be just a Hindu religion, it can be Buddhist or Christian. Malaysia actually the country of diverse religion, all the religion. There is some Chinese people, they are practicing Buddhist. There is some our Hindu brothers, they are practicing their own religion. And also obviously there is a majority person is Muslim. There is available mosque everywhere, in every single shop you will find, in market, you in any petrol pump, anywhere, everywhere actually you'll find the place for your practicing your religion. There is very good environment for practicing religion, there is no problem. Okay, then I will just move forward to what are actually universities in Malaysia. What are the different university right now in Malaysia? Okay, under the Ministry of Higher Education, there is 20 public universities in Malaysia and 53 private universities. Also, there are 6 foreign university branches campuses in Malaysia. For example, actually, for example, Taylor University, and also there is a Monash University campus there, Australian Monash University campus also in Malaysia. There's other also, or total 6 foreign university branches in Malaysia. So if I want to see show you the actually the ranking of their university, why, then you will get idea. The topmost university is University Malaya. So from higher, the Dr. Saidul Rahman, he just completed his masters and PhD. In 2023, the ranking of university QS ranking was 70. That means this is the among all the throughout the world, the ranking is 17. But now in 2024, it's 65. You can imagine actually within the 100, only this university is University Malaya is 60, the QS ranking 65. Then University Science Malaysia 170, 137 the QS ranking. And also University Putra Malaysia 158. That means within the 200 there is also 500, there are lots of university. That is actually the quality of their higher studies in Malaysia. Then you can see the structure of higher education in Malaysia. If you see, there are master's degree and PhD degree. If I want to say actually master's degree, so for master's degree usually 2 years. Usually 2 years. There are two kind of master's degree. One is only thesis based, another is course based. So you can choose. That means for thesis based, fully thesis, there is no course. The course based, you can you need to conduct the different courses, and in the final year there is a small project. This for master. And PhD degree actually mainly focus only based on the research. That means thesis based PhD. Normal duration to complete the PhD here 3 to 5 years, maximum 5 years. But within 3 years, it's possible to complete your PhD degree. And if you can see the graduation requirement for doctoral program, so usually from semester 1 to 2, you have to attend and pass. There is some compulsory course. The first compulsory course is research methodology. So everyone, those who actually register for masters or PhD student, they need to actually they need to just attend in a research methodology course. They have to pass in this course, and in some university also there is a optional course. Some university this is compulsory. In some university this is optional. The language requirement course. This means there is some Bhasa Malayu, their own language courses. In semester 3 you have to, for PhD students especially, you have to just attend in confirmation defense for fast track candidate only. In semester 5 usually candidature defense, that means you are ready for actually your PhD and everything. And usually 5 to 7 semester you can just conduct your thesis defense, that means your final defense. That means within the 3 years you can complete. Then the important things most of us actually is waiting for this, I think. So what are the scholarship opportunity and funding is opportunity in Malaysia? In Malaysia actually there is only for scholarship for higher study only two actually government scholarship. Only two government scholarship. One is MTCP, another is MIS. Okay, there are two as I mentioned, there are two scholarship under the Ministry of Higher Education. One is MTCP, that means Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program. Another is MIS, Malaysian International Scholarship. So if I just say something about the MTCP, the MTCP scholarship is sponsored by the Malaysian government and dedicated to international students from developing countries to pursue their postgraduate studies in Malaysia, whilst at the same time require the necessary knowledge and skill that could contribute to the development of their own country. So the duration of award is 24 to 36 months for master's degree only. So that means the MTCP is only for the master's degree, and there is some criteria. Application time usually June to July. So you have to apply June to July. They announce the advertise circular for applying this scholarship once a year actually. Only June to July they circular, and this is only once a year. So what are the eligibility of this scholarship? So obviously you have to international student from MTCP recipient country. So if you go through actually, if someone interested, I can give them the guidelines. Who those I know Bangladesh included in the recipient countries of MTCP. And if someone beside Bangladesh want to know he or she actually is he her or his country is included as the MTCP recipient, I can share the guideline. Also, you can Google easily. Simply, you can Google the MTCP guideline. Then you will find whether your country are in within the MTCP country recipient or not. And obviously, the age should be below 45 years old at the date of application. And another important thing is academic qualification. The minimum the CGPA is 3.5 at undergraduate level. That means those who actually don't have the CGPA, those who actually have the CGPA below the 3.5, they are not eligible to apply for this scholarship. But later I will say they have also a scope. That means there is scope also for MIS scholarship, not MTCP. And English language requirement, the obviously if someone have the IELTS score just 6 or above is okay. Also TOEFL score, then okay. But as I mentioned previously, those who obtain a previous degree with English used as a medium of instruction, they can apply. I believe most of the university in Bangladesh for bachelor level, actually their medium maximum university, I can say almost all, they're actually the medium instruction is English. So there is no matter for them. And what is the benefit for this scholarship? This scholarship actually covers tuition fee and also their allowances. This is near about RM, that means the Malaysian ringgit, that called RM, 3,500 per month. This is actually quite very good amount to actually stay in Malaysia. To a very good. If I compare in Bangladesh now, right now, the actually one ringgit equivalent to 28 taka in Bangla. So this is actually the quite actually handsome amount for study in Malaysia. And then okay, I'll just move to the MIS scholarship. The Malaysian International Scholarship is an initiative by the Malaysian government to attract the best brain from around the world to pursue advanced academic studies in Malaysia. This scholarship aims to support Malaysian government effort to attract, motivate, and retain talented human capital from abroad. Similar to the MTCP, MTCP usually just they circular in June to July, but after 1 month, MIS they just the circular for this scholarship. This one also once a year, and this for MIS the masters student and also the PhD both can apply, but MTCP only for the actually masters student. For masters, and for the masters, the candidate should be the age should be the below 40, and for PhD, the age of candidate should be below 45 years old. And the academic qualification is minimum is CGPA is 3 at undergraduate level, and English language requirement is same like the MTCP. That means those who have actually the medium of instruction in English, they can apply. The benefit of this scholarship, yes, the eligibility criteria is more for, in MTCP. That's why the benefit also more. But in actually they relax some eligibility criteria. That means for those who are interested to apply in MIS, they can within with the CGPA 3 they can apply. The benefit of this scholarship is they will cover the tuition fees, and but monthly allowance is RM 1,500. As compared to MTCP is less, but still, if someone tuition fees cover and they get RM 1,500 is okay to actually survive in Malaysia. But yes, those who have the family, they have to think about other funding from supervisor or other sources. Okay, so as I mentioned, they can choose funding opportunity from a different other opportunity. If someone secure the MIS scholarship, those who have also family, they need some other funding. And also, if someone actually just fail to actually secure MTCP or MIS, still they have chance, because most of the students come to Malaysia for higher studies by getting fund from their supervisor. So there are three types of grant in Malaysia usually. The first one is university internal research grant. Each and every university they have actually internal grant. So any faculty member they can apply for this internal grant. From that grant they can support international student also. And there is this grant of from this grant they can easily just support the international. And another grant is industry grant. From if the faculty member is involved in, with some industry, they also just give different grant. This grant also very handsome. They can just provide the allowance from that grant to the student. And another grant is Ministry of Higher Education grant, usually known as HSGS grant. This is also very good grant. So you can just search in if you want to come in Malaysia, if you want to send the email to any supervisor, you can see their profile. If they have the FRGS grant, you can easily apply for this grant. You can just I mention them. Just also you can ask them what are the benefit you will get from this grant. Okay, the benefit of graduate research assistantship, that call if someone get the grant allowance from the supervisor, that in Malaysia also they call actually graduate research assistantship grant. So most of the cases cover only monthly allowances, no tuition fee, that grant. But there is still some university they cover tuition fee also from them. They can cover the tuition fee from the grant. The monthly allowance vary for master's student. Usually from that grant, the supervisor can provide 1,000 ringgit to 1,800 for master's student, and for PhD student, they usually just provide 1,500 to 3,000. So if for PhD student, it's actually if they get it depends. If they have family, obviously they need at least 3,000 ringgit. If they don't have family, 2,000 ringgit also okay. So now application and admission process. What are actually the process for application and admission? First, I just try to cover the steps in application or admission process pre-arrival. That means just you want to just decide, okay, I'll go Malaysia. So what you need to do? Okay, I will just try to just mention step by step. First one, you should manage supervisor through email. Initially you can apply, I just mentioned you when you can apply for MTCP and for MIS. For your information, I just need to inform you, for MTCP or MIS there is some provision. You have to mention one supervisor name or address during your application. So this is obviously this is compulsory to just try to contact with the supervisor to convince the supervisor. So the first step is manage supervisor through email. So how can actually you actually to whom you will actually send the email? Obviously from the university website you'll just go through their profile. If you see, okay, they have some, they are active in research, they actually they are doing research in similar field what you are interested, and also they have some grant, actively presently they have grant, then you can send email for financial support. If they say, okay, I don't have support, I don't have actually the fund right now, I will apply, then you can communicate. If they say, okay, you can just apply for MIS or MTCB, that kind of scholarship, if you secure, then I can also give you something, and this is good. That means if you can communicate, mostly if you send email to any supervisor or just any faculty member in Malaysia, they usually reply. This is not like a USA. If you need to just send email thousand of faculty member, then you will get one response. No, usually if you send then email, you will get the response in Malaysia. And then another after, if you manage the supervisor, then the thing is actually you need to apply to respective university. You have to apply. During the application, you should just bear in mind, usually you have to just pay the application fee. Usually it is around 100 ringgit. Usually 100 ringgit you have to pay for your actually application in university. And after application, during the application, okay, you have to submit some document. Just I will just discuss. And then after application you will get the offer letter. That means from the university you will get the offer letter. When once you just obtain the offer letter, then you have to apply for 𝗙𝗆, that means electronic visa approval letter through EMGS. That means they if you get the offer letter, then they will just university will send you some document how you can apply for EMGS, how you will get the visa approval letter. They will just guide you. Then after getting the visa approval letter, then you have to apply e-visa. Especially for Bangladesh, they can apply that means e-visa. They don't need to actually face the interview and other thing. In the online, they can just submit the document, then they submit the visa approval letter and other just supporting document, then they will get the visa. And whenever you will get the e-visa, you can book your ticket for Malaysia. Okay, another important thing is before flying to Malaysia, you have to confirm the accommodation. Most of the university, if you want to bring your family, then you have to confirm accommodation outside university. In most of the university, maximum actually, if you're bachelor, then you will get the accommodation in the hostel. But if you are married, you need to bring, you want to bring your family, then you have to arrange accommodation outside of your campus. Then another thing is steps in application or admission process, the post arrival. Suppose if you already just arrive in Malaysia, then what are the steps? The first thing, you have to do health screening. That means if you just arrive, you have to report in your university, then they will just provide you some form to fill, and also they will give you some health screening test. You have to just you have to perform that test. After this, you have to pay for admission. After just arrival, you have to pay for admission, and then enroll for compulsory courses. As I mentioned, the research methodology is compulsory, so you have to enroll. After this, you have to apply for multiple visa. That means 1 year visa. Before flying, if you just arrive in airport, you will get one visa for 1 month. Then when you just complete your admission, then you can apply for multiple, that means 1 year visa. Every year you have to renew your visa. And after getting the multiple visa, you can open your bank account. Then you just start enjoy life in Malaysia. The admission requirement vary from actually university to university. So my suggestion, if you find, okay, I will go for higher study in this university, then you can just Google their website, what are actually their requirement, admission requirement. Usually, just as I said, okay, they for English requirement, okay, you can apply only, you can just apply using your media of instruction certificate. And then you need obviously your just original transcript, you can attach, you can just scan and then send them. uh, Usually transcript and the obviously passport, and another important thing is medium instruction. These three actually compulsory, and other document is actually vary depending on the university. Okay, now the important things I need to mention. What are the challenges and limitation study in Malaysia, higher study in Malaysia? Because from the very beginning, I just mentioned, I will not actually highlight all the positive things. There are also some negative things student should know before just coming to Malaysia. So as I mentioned, actually, that challenges and limitation also depend. Someone can say this is okay, not challenge or limitation. This is very common for. Then someone say okay, this is very challenging. It depends on actually person to person. It depends on person to person. The first challenge or limitation is no work permit for students during study. So this is important actually. There is no permission for the students for the even part time or full time. Student cannot do any kind of job in Malaysia. This is not permitted. And another this challenge or limitation is no opportunity for PR. That means you will not never ever you will not get actually the permanent residency. There is exceptional case if you're very exceptional in the academia, you're very technical person, then there is some case they can provide, but usually there is no opportunity for permanent residency. That means those who want to be settled in abroad, actually Malaysia is not for them. And another thing, obviously there is some publication requirement for PhDs, at least 3 𝗂𝗏 publication, for masters 2 𝗂𝗏. Also this also depends from university to university. It has to be very depending on the university ranking and other thing. But you have to keep your mind, you have to publish. That means there is some requirement you have to fulfill. And another thing, if no scholarship, you need to pay your tuition fee. So this thing you have to also bear in mind. And others, there is also other challenges I need to mention. Just whatever the mention, the opportunity, funding, and scholarship I mentioned. Beside this, there are also some other opportunity. For example, previously, if you publish one Q1 paper, you can claim 1,000 ringgit from your university. But right now, this opportunity only for local international student will not get actually this opportunity. And there is also some opportunity if you have publication, if you first semester and second semester, especially scopus publication, then you can apply for your tuition fee waiver. Usually they previously they waive for 2 semester, but right now this one also for only local student, not for the international student. But right now actually there is also whatever I mentioned. Beside this, there are also some opportunity. Previously, there was some other opportunity, but right now that opportunity only for local. But actually, the Malaysia just previous just 6 months before or 3 months before, they just changed their policy. But I'm not sure actually that thing will actually will sustain or actually exist for a long time. They can change also, but right now whatever they mentioned, these are the actually opportunity. If you feel okay, I am comfortable with the opportunity, then you can come. Okay, thank you everyone for watching me, therefore, and also your attention. If you have the question and answer, Mohammed Ashikur Rahman just before starting the session, he mentioned you can use in your chat box, or you can write your question, I think. Okay, I just want to hand over to Mr. Ashikur Rahman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your awesome webinar. I'd like to thank you for your valuable discussion about studying in Malaysia. Let me see if there is any questions regarding your webinar in our comment section. Okay, right now we don't have any questions regarding this webinar on our comment section. So I would like to uh, say to the audiences that if you want to ask any question regarding this webinar or regarding higher study in Malaysia later, you can contact our dear honorable speaker, and he has given his email address and also his contact number. Inshallah, he will help you uh, in any regards of this. And uh, at this point of this webinar, I would like to thank our honorable speaker, and I hope that his experience and uh, contributions, remarkable contribution to our young aspirants who want to pursue higher study abroad. And I would like to thank to our audiences for uh, their patience. And right now, at this moment, I would like to introduce our program special host, Mr. MD Sabir Hossain sir. Before giving him the um, opportunity to talk, I would like to introduce him to our audiences. Mr. MD Sabir Hossain is an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering (CSC) at Chittagong University of Engineering and Technology, Chouet, Bangladesh. And his current academic journey began at Chouet, where he not only completed his BSc, distinguished himself as the highest CGPA holder in his cohort, but also continued to excel in the same department, earning his MSc. Uh, he's currently pursuing his PhD at King Fahad University of Petroleum and Minerals (KFUPM) in Saudi Arabia. As a dedicated researcher, Mr. Hossain has authored around 35 scholarly articles focusing on algorithmic complexity analysis, machine learning, cybersecurity, big data, augmented reality, and computer vision. He serves as an editorial board member for several international journals, acts as an editor for Sigma Journal of Engineering and Natural Sciences, and works as a reviewer for many high quality journals. In addition to his academic achievement, he founded the Be Researcher World Forum BRWF, an initiative aimed at fostering a global research culture. You can visit our site for more information or future plans. His innovative online training course, How to Become a Researcher, also known as a research methodology, has attracted over 1 lakh plus views. Uh, you can view it on our YouTube channel, significantly impacting researcher across various nationalities. Also, Mr. Sabir Hossain featured in national media and recognized in the book Harnamana 𝗕𝗥শো তরুণের গল্প, stories of 100 young people who never give up. Mr. Hossain continues to inspire the next generation of researchers worldwide. Now, I would like to request Mr. MD Sabir Hossain sir to give his valuable speech in front of the audiences.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay. Thank you, 𝗙𝗵𝗆 for generous introduction. Also, we are grateful to the Honorable Speaker, Muhammad Arif Hossain. I was from the very beginning of the program. He has covered almost everything about higher study in Malaysia, what to do before application, what should be considered before going into Malaysia, and what are the opportunities, and also what is the scholarship available there, and what are the challenges you might be facing in future. So all the things he has covered. Basically, this is the part of our long-term vision. We are planning to provide higher study guidance all over the world, and this is I think higher study guidelines series 5. Initially, we have covered GCC countries, also overall guidelines by highly cited researcher Professor 𝗙𝗵𝗆. As introduced by 𝗙𝗵𝗆, the mission, vision, and activities of BR Researcher World Forum, I want to summarize it in a sentence that the main vision of this platform is to leverage research in higher educational institutions. And that's why we are performing different types of activities. And as we already mentioned, that this is a non-profit platform, and that's why we are organizing all kinds of events for free for the audiences. And almost everything's are available in our YouTube channel. And he already mentioned that we have already uploaded more than 500 lectures, tutorials on our YouTube channel. The most important thing is that with a single webinar, we cannot show you the complete pathways. There might be more complexities. When you will dive into the process, you will see you will face many issues. But the problem with this generation is that they want everything ready. They don't want to explore. Even from my personal experiences, maybe we are approaching to the deadline to apply 𝗕𝗏, and if I say I am receiving numerous requests on LinkedIn, frankly speaking, I stopped sending messages on Facebook currently. No one in my friend request is not in my friend request. They cannot send me requests because I am receiving too much vague questions. All the necessary informations are available at website, but they don't want to explore. They don't want to exploit. They want to work as a personal assistant. So this is very harsh word. Why I'm saying? Because this is your life. You are going to be complete your higher degree like master's, PhD. So you should explore. You should give time. If you don't know what to do, why you are planning for higher study? So be stick and be determined. Explore the official website, collect information. Yes, when you are struggling with some information which is not available in the portal or website, then feel free to ask us. Okay, so that's why those who are planning for higher study or you are planning for making your career in academia, so please be consistent, explore the opportunities, and consider the things before applying in any countries. It will be more helpful for you. And I would say, 𝗙𝗶𝗆, inshallah, India, it will be a one-stop solution for research, higher study, and paper writing. And we are going towards this mission. And people like Arif Hussain, Ashikur Rahman, Rashidul Islam Rani, Munirul Islam, Muhammad Hassan Moon. I cannot mention everyone's here, but I'm really grateful to their contributions to this platform. And in future, inshallah, we have planned to expand our horizon all over the world. So that's why, if you're interested to work with 𝗙𝗆 World Forum, please visit our website. There is options to add with us. So send us email, or there are forms for different options. Like if you want to join us as a global expert, you are invited. If you want to represent your country on behalf of 𝗙𝗆 World Forum, you are also invited. So there are numerous opportunities available on the website. So please explore. And if you have further questions, you can ask directly to the speaker. Also, you can send us email. We will forward this email to him. There was no questions, but I think there is a question now. Can you show? Let us show it.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, can you? I think it is related to you or me. Let read it first. Yeah.
Yes, I think related to me.
Okay, you can go ahead. Yes.
Okay, just she asked the question. I want to know about the date of commencement and acceptance of the offer letter. A very important question. My current commencement date is March 2025, and the acceptance needs to be done by July if I wish to start from the October intake for the actually. Yes, a very good question. In Malaysia, actually, there is no that kind of actually date for actual application. You can apply anytime. They are flexible. You can apply any time, but the intake is two. There is two semesters. The first semester is start in March, in the March of any year, and another semester actually start from October. So you can just come according to your actually flexibility or according to your time schedule. You can join in March semester or October semester, but you can apply anytime. And you can apply anytime. If you apply after application within 1 month, you will get the offer letter. That means after getting the offer letter, they give you the chance to come. They allow you for 2 semesters. That means, for example, you get the offer letter this semester, they will give you the just time for next semester also. That means that you can just come either this semester or coming semester. That means you can just, depending on your schedule, you can come. I hope I just answer your question.
Yeah, you answered very nicely. I think if they create account on a specific application portal, they will also able to see the other details as well. So thanks for your contribution and time. I know how much busy you are, and I am also a PhD student, and I know the commitments of PhD students. So it is not easy to manage time from your busy schedule. And I know it is about 11:30 in your region, Arif.
Now
11.
10:30.
10:30. That means you came from lab, you were really tired, and then you were managing time for us. It's really highly appreciated. Inshallah, see your contribution in future in a larger scale.
Yes,
And
yes.
so that's all from my side. I think if you have anything to announce, you can tell it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable discussion and advice. To get updates on our activities, you can follow our Facebook page, join our Facebook group, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay with Be Researcher World Forum and invite your research enthusiast friends to our platform. Before saying goodbye, I would like to announce about the upcoming events of our Be Researcher World Forum platform. Uh, that is Higher Studies Guidelines Series, Episode 6, will be held on tomorrow, 13th November of 2024, and another program on 14 December 2024, Higher Study Guidelines Series 7, Higher Study in Australia. I would like to invite all of you to attend the program live on our Facebook page. Thank you for being with us. Wish you all success and good health. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.